When I task myself with trying to cover Mario Kart World in any way, I actually become a little bit stressed at the thought of like, how am I going to make a video analyzing this? So I'm going to break it down actually. We're just going to be looking at Nintendo Treehouse Live. They have this day one Nintendo Switch 2 stream or whatever. They've been doing it. I think it's still live as I record this, but yeah, it's going to be, in some respects, I don't think they get to show a whole lot today for Mario Kart World. But I'm going to be honest, every time that there's even just a little bit, I can break down so many things from it. So first off, let's cut back. Look at their chat. So if you guys were concerned about the price, be vocal. I'd say be nice, quote unquote, or like polite. Generally, like you look at a game like Pokemon Go and stuff, Nintendo has actually had a history of this too, but they will sometimes change based off of the feedback that they're getting. It's just nobody likes to listen to stuff that is threatening them, if it's just super vulgar or whatever, you know. So like, I don't mind this though. The slogan seems to be drop the price. Look at that in the chat, you guys. Lower the price, drop the price. So again, I'd say continue to speak up if you want to see change. Whatever. Okay, so look at the character select screen. I think we got to replay this as much as possible to get the point across that this is actually, to me, this is pretty wonderful. Like the little Mario shimmy. But yeah, everybody's kind of got their own little shimmy or their own little style right here. It's always some kind of maybe casual dance. So they are going to play as Mario. It's kind of nice. They wanted to showcase Toad right there. He's just kind of stomping and stomping. It's definitely cute, but I'm glad they also went down to like Waluigi, because yeah, Waluigi seems like he's coming straight out of like West Side Story, man. This is great. I love it. But they didn't show us Pauline or Daisy. It's all right. It's all right. Notice though, of course, this screen, we can see 12 of the racers, right? So we can see 12 drivers very clearly. There's these little dots at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dots right there. If you would imagine 12 on each page, let's call it. So the next page has 12, right? So there's your 24. And so if we do presume that there's 12 on each page and there's 7 of those little dots down at the bottom, that does total to 84. I don't know if that'll be the entire roster at the end. There's a few things that we want to clear up too, but we'll kind of take them in order. Notice here with the vehicle select, one thing that they did say is that there is no customization of your wheels, at least. Maybe it's just for this mode. Maybe there is a mode where you can customize your wheels. I don't know if you guys really liked that. I think for me, I liked it in essence to prioritize what I wanted, which is usually like acceleration, speed. I kind of lower everything else as needed, but I like speed and acceleration. You often don't get those two things together in a great package, but anyway, the wheels was sort of a way to do that, gliders. But now without that, I think it'll be okay as long as you do find that vehicle still that fits your style. And so they did reveal the names of some of these. Keep in mind, you can also look up footage. I'm not going to cut to that here. I wanted to try to stay focused, but there has been some media attention because I guess the general Nintendo favorites, those media and IGN and stuff, they all got to get their hands on this game. And there are definitely other cups, if not here, then on the Knockout Tour, man. Like there are cups that they did not show. So just like Mario Kart 8, what if you unlock a whole nother, what is this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cups? What if you unlock another? There's like 14 cups potentially. And what if there's another? I don't know. I'm just spitballing, but I'm going to try to stick to what's kind of more confirmed, and I'll try to tell you guys what I've learned as well and distinguish between the two. We're going to try to stick to Mario Bros. Circuit right here, as well as that introduction that we just did with the character select and all that. Keep in mind, this is Grand Prix 100cc. Look to their official streams, you know, load it up in 4K, check it out. It's supposed to look really good. I mean, all the media sources were saying that. And yes, when you do Grand Prix, once you get started, we are on the Mushroom Cup right here that they showed on the Treehouse live stream. You do get to sort of have that overhead look of like all the courses that you're about to go through. And this really does fit this kind of Mario Kart World theme, right? You know, the courses are all just like combining into one major course. I don't know. It's crazy. Notice, of course, Mario's little beginning animation. I think there's going to be a lot of these sort of individualized touches. So first off, again, Mario maybe was just sucking in a lot of air. Definitely looking goofy right there. But yeah, like even DK's got his hand out right here, you know, got his arm out. And so we see that there is the Cheep Cheep. So there's a Cheep Cheep right now in the race. There's the cow. We definitely know, we've seen the media selecting the cow. They've talked about it and whatnot. We've seen like the snowman in here. And so that begs the question, like how many of these are actually real roster? I mean, nothing's happened in this race yet. So I think anybody that we see, like the snowman, the cow, Spike, all of them, those presumably are real characters we can pick. But I mean, even the para bitty bug, like what the, right there, we just saw actually the golden shell. I think they call it a coin shell. And so we'll see if they call it something else in the official game. But the Treehouse rep said, I think that was Sam, said that it was the coin shell. This did actually appear, it's in the Mario universe, but I know in Mario Kart, it was in the arcade games. And so if you've ever kind of raced a Mario Kart in the arcade, I think it was GP or something, but you could actually have a golden shell previously. You know, how it looks and acts and stuff could have a little bit of difference here, of course. And that's like several items. Now, we are actually seeing that the bomb is behind Mario right here, but you don't have to hold down the button anymore. Kendra actually mentions it here on the Treehouse stream. I'll cut to that real quick.
And one thing I want to say too is you'll note the way the bomb is behind Mario. It's actually being held there without Sam having to hold down a button.
Correct.
So that's
correct.
a new thing
Yeah.
to this game, and it's very helpful, I will say.
That's gonna be so nice, dude. My hands hurt all the time. I have just joint issues, and I'm old. But is it not amazing to transition from driving to grinding to then wall jump to back to driving? Like, absolutely, I am kind of flabbergasted. I love the thought of this. It's very Tony Hawk Mario Kart. I'm gonna love to like grind, wall, do some tricks off the walls and stuff. And so I think that there's gonna be several pathways. Like, at any given moment, these courses seem a lot wider most of the time, but if there's sort of a turn or a way to go and you think about shortcuts in general or alternate routes, I think this is going to take it up another notch. And yes, the feather is also back. Feather hasn't always been there, so this is going to be kind of nice maybe for your either shortcuts again, getting your advantages, jumping, like to evade items and things. There's a lot of uses. And so when I was breaking this down yesterday, I did like almost a 2-hour live stream of breaking down the Switch Tube Direct, and I didn't know if you could actually grind all the way to get different boost levels when you're grinding, but yes, you can. It'll start off, and the longer you grind on that rail or like rope or railroad track, anything you can grind on. There's a lot of stuff apparently, but yeah, the longer you do it, the more boost you'll get out of it. And of course, there's like a boost from jumping. There's a boost from the wall tricks, of course, too. So there's going to be a lot of opportunity to kind of generate your speed. And then look at the animation when the lightning plays. Like, this is nuts to me because we're so used to seeing these items, and I feel like they did kind of go unchanged in their animations a little bit, maybe even their appearance, or just like very minimal changes. I feel like they now are finally going with a bigger change. And then the obvious, of course, is that it's wet here, that it's starting to rain. There's going to be day-night cycles. There's going to be weather effects. Notice that rain is going to be hitting your screen, and it's kind of going to create that lens flare like lighting as if you would see on a windshield or something a little bit. It's not too distracting, luckily, because that would get annoying, wouldn't it? They finished the race, but I'll kind of just cut back. Look at the tires as well. Sometimes it's like we can see that Mario's tires, they do look like they're getting a little bit dirty. Oh, let's say if they drive in the dirt or something like that. There's just a lot of different terrain that's going to be here, as is common with Mario Kart, and it does seem that actually over time the dirtiness will go away. So this is good. These are all sort of little touches that I think we do want. And so when it rains even, you'll see that Mario, for example, here, but probably all the characters have something like this, at least if there's an effect that you can imagine would happen when they just get wet, right? Mario's hat looks kind of soaked. The wheels are obviously kicking up water, and so that's going to be probably a nice touch. Like, imagine DK's fur, things like this. Just imagine it. It probably will happen, at least to some degree. And this was a wonderful kind of flare-filled finish. So good job to Sam, who was playing this and controlling this. Mario with that crazy animation for getting first. That was awesome. And I do just want to go over once again the roster here. We'll slow that down majorly. I'll screenshot as I need to as well. But look at this. I love seeing Cow in last place. Cheap, of course. You got Baby Mario, Para, Bitty Butt again. Like, what in the world? Well, Waluigi, Rocky Wrench is up in here. There's Yellow Yoshi, Toad, Stingbee. And so this is one again, like Sidestepper, Stingbee. Are they going to be actual roster members? Are they kind of placeholders right now? Like in a Grand Prix, let's say they're just kind of NPCs to take up spaces. Does that make sense? So like they aren't characters that you could actually play as, but they are carts that are on the courses that are just computer controlled. But yeah, Baby Luigi, Baby Peach, Snowman. Gotta wonder if the Snowman, is that something you can pick? Because evidently you can pick Cow. I've seen media members are picking it. Dry Bones, Bowser, Spike. Yeah, guys, Spike coming from Mario Tennis Aces to here too. Remember in Aces, you could play a Spike. Moving on up in the playable field. But yeah, Toadette, Donkey Kong, Bowser Jr., Baby Rosalina, Peach, my baby right there, Luigi, and Mario. And Mario is wearing the crown. These are all nice touches, but I've been kind of hypothesizing up until now just because I see MKTV filming often on the side. And so I was like, okay, can we do that sort of Mario Kart TV replay at the end of the race? Well, yes, it is now officially confirmed here to show. You can do view replay. They obviously do not do it here on this Treehouse demo, or stream, I should say. I guess it is a demo, but I'm not going to get into the next race exactly. I want to keep these videos digestible for you guys, so if you do want to kind of continually have the analysis of Mario Kart World and learn the secrets, there's more and more that gets uncovered as they kept playing. I'll just show like the first 20 seconds maybe, or 10 seconds, as they then, of course, Grand Prix, you're going to have the rolling start from here on out, right? So they had a stopped start, like stagnant starting point. Oh yeah, look at Peach in the traditional bike outfit right there. That's nice. That is returning. But yeah, we are going to get into the outfits, for example. Like, that's coming up pretty soon. There are other things to break down. The game looks really smooth. It looks really sharp and clean. And then blammo, the poor Goomba. A little obstacle. The Goomba gets knocked out, but so can you. And then I was going to stop it right around here. Mario just gets bodied by this car. It is absolutely nuts. The Goombas will get alarmed and try to head towards you. But yeah, like I say, I'm going to go ahead and stop here. There's a lot to uncover, man. I haven't even scratched the surface. So again, you got to come back. Subscribe if you want to be staying in the loop. And then we got the Mario Kart Direct itself coming out in mid-April. So please click an end screen, and thanks for viewing.